You open Instagram to reply to one message. That is the entire mission. You even say it in your head. I am replying to the message and then I am leaving. Very confident. Very responsible. 20 minutes later, you are watching a man restore a carpet that was apparently buried under a gas station since 1987. You do not know this man. You do not care about carpets. But the water coming out of that thing is disgusting, so now you have to see how it ends. Then another video starts. A woman is organizing a refrigerator with 17 identical glass jars. Then someone is cutting soap. Then a dog is being reunited with a soldier you have never met. And somewhere underneath all of this, your friend is still waiting for the reply. You close Instagram and open YouTube, and YouTube says, would you like to continue doing exactly the same thing? Because every app is slowly becoming TikTok, not just in how it looks, in what it expects you to do. Scroll, watch, react, forget why you came. Apps used to have jobs. Instagram showed you pictures from people you knew. YouTube helped you find a video. Spotify played music. LinkedIn helped you find work, or at least gave strangers a place to announce they were humbled to become senior executive vice president of something. Now open almost any app. The first thing waiting for you is a vertical video. You did not ask for it. You did not search for it. It is already playing. Move your thumb up when you're done. Instagram has Reels. YouTube has Shorts. Spotify keeps trying to convince you that music needs video now. LinkedIn has vertical videos too. Even apps that are not fully TikTok are borrowing the same ideas. Autoplay, infinite scrolling, recommendations before you ask, content that starts before you even decide if you want to watch anything. Apps are becoming less like tools and more like casinos. You came in to do one thing. The app has a completely different plan. TikTok did not just make short videos popular. It solved a problem every app has. How do you keep people around after they have already done what they came to do? You remove the need to choose. Old YouTube expected you to make decisions. Search for something. Look at the thumbnails. Read a few titles. Pick one. A vertical feed skips all of that. The video is already playing. Your only decision is when to leave. And somehow that is much harder, because the next video might be better. The one you are watching is not that interesting, obviously, but maybe the next one finally explains why people keep putting cottage cheese into recipes that absolutely did not ask for cottage cheese. So you keep scrolling, not because every video is great. Most of them are completely forgettable. You scroll because every disappointing video quietly promises that the next one is the good one. It is like opening your refrigerator every 30 seconds, except somebody keeps restocking it with random things. Nothing is what you were looking for. Then suddenly, there is a tiny horse getting custom-made horseshoes. Well, now you have to see how that ends. Once an app discovers this trick, though, it does not keep it in one corner. It starts spreading everywhere. The strange part is that these features rarely stay optional. They slowly become the main entrance. The thing you originally liked is still there somewhere. Technically, your friend's photos still exist, your subscriptions still exist, the album you wanted is available, the job listing is probably hiding, but the app keeps placing recommendations between you and the reason you opened it, because the thing you asked for has an ending. You reply to the message and you leave. You play the album and the phone goes back into your pocket. You check the job listing and you close the app. A useful tool helps you finish. A feed makes sure there is nothing to finish. There is no last post, no final video, no moment where the app says, that should be enough. Go stand near a window. Soon, you stop opening it with a purpose. Your thumb opens it automatically, standing in an elevator. Open the feed, waiting for water to boil. Open the feed. A movie becomes quiet for 7 seconds. Open the feed. You are now watching two forms of entertainment at once because one screen was leaving dangerous gaps where a thought could happen. And once every platform starts chasing the same behavior, something else happens. They all begin to look identical. This is how the internet becomes enormous and somehow smaller. There are more platforms than ever, but they feel like the same room with different logos. The videos are vertical. The captions bounce. A voice explains something while unrelated game footage plays underneath it. Someone starts with, "You need to stop doing this." You have no idea who they are, but now you feel accused. Then the same clip appears on 3 other apps. Sometimes it still has the watermark from the first one. The platforms are passing the same video around like an office birthday card, and creators adjust because they have to. A photographer makes videos about taking photos. A musician explains the song instead of just releasing it. A chef spends more time filming the sandwich than eating it. A professional on LinkedIn points at text above their head because apparently a resume now needs choreography. Every platform says it wants creators. What it often means is that it wants people who can feed the machine in the format it currently prefers. So everything becomes content. Your breakfast is content. Your workout is content. Your breakup is a 7-part series, and part 4 is sponsored by a meal delivery company. But the apps changing is only half of it. We also start changing around them. The uncomfortable part is how quickly our behavior changes around the design. You open an app to search, but the feed appears first. One video catches you, then another. A few minutes later, you remember the search. You type half the word. A notification appears. You tap it. Now you are somewhere else. The app did not block the task. It offered enough tiny detours that the task quietly disappeared. And because none of the detours felt important, you cannot explain where the time went. You did not watch a movie. You did not read an article. You watched fragments. A beginning without an ending. An answer without the question. A story split into 6 parts, so you have to return tomorrow. You consumed a lot, but it does not feel like you did anything. That is the strange achievement of the modern feed. It can fill every empty second without giving the second much meaning. Eventually, you close the app. The room is quiet again. You look at your phone and feel like you just walked out of a store without remembering what you bought. Then you notice the message. The original message, the one you opened Instagram to answer. It has now been 40 minutes. So you finally type, "Sorry, just saw this," which is technically a lie. You saw it. You entered the app because of it. But somewhere between the carpet, the refrigerator, the tiny horse, and the LinkedIn man pointing at the word leadership, the app replaced your plan with its own. You hit send. Then a new video starts playing behind the message window. And before you close the app, you think, well, I should probably see how this one ends.